What happened?
What happened? Oh, okay. I walked into school and I set down my backpack and my binder in my class that I was going to. And I sit down at my desk and I'm just doodling away. And on the inside of my binder I have a human rights campaign sticker. And some kid that I don't really know comes and sits down next to me and he's like, "Hey, what's that sticker?" And I was just like, "Oh, well, it's a human rights campaign sticker." And I proceeded to explain to him that the human rights campaign is all about equality for the LGBT community in our society. And then finally he was like, "Are you a lesbian?" And I was like, "No, I'm not a lesbian." He was like, "Then why do you care?" When asked why do I care, the answer doesn't come simply. I couldn't tell him in 2 words why it matters or how I came to understand why caring is important. And so I took time to sit back and to think. There isn't a time in my life when I remember waking up and being forced to hide myself. I've always had the right to be open about who I am. That freedom has become so common to me, and yet daily people are denied the ability to be comfortable in their own skin. Daily, people wake up and are criticized, alienated, and silenced. All the while, I go through my life, taught to be forgetful of the past, blind to the present, and indifferent to the future. I rarely feel challenged beyond high test scores and popularity contests. Instead, I feel like the world around me wants me to be apathetic, to do nothing. Consumption fulfills my need for instant gratification, and Facebook provides me with a space to self-promote. I am told that my emotions are juvenile and that I should grow up.
Or any other control.
But how can I get away from the constant text messages and Jersey Shore sound bites? I can't help but feel like growing up involves more connection with reality than reality television provides. Reality is so much harder than what many of us live in.
Stretch nylon stocking.
In this reality, freedom is sold to us in commercials and magazine layouts. In this reality, we aren't told about the struggles of the Malcolm X's and the Harvey Milks. In this reality, we demand freedom of speech, but don't have the words to speak up for ourselves. We don't know how it really feels to be free, because freedom doesn't mean anything more to us than our freedom to carry guns or sip our lattes. To me, freedom is being aware of what is around me and what I can do to change it. I realize that we deserve things we are not all born with, and that I've been given what countless people like me never had. I realize my privilege, and I realize that I've been taught to ignore what should mean the most to me. My rights only exist because someone else made the choice to fight for them. And now I have a choice. I can decide to be silent, live my life privately, and die knowing that I achieved my own goals, personally fulfilled and comfortable. But I want my life to amount to more than credit card debt and white noise. My choice is to step outside of the box I've been placed in. Remaining ignorant to the realities of this world is anything but life in motion, and being unconcerned is a misuse of the voice I was given. My responsibility is not only to me, but to those around me who are drowned out because of my indifference. My choice is to be a leader in healing the wounds left open by prejudice towards the unfamiliar. I choose to challenge the status quo so that everyone is granted an even hand. This is not just about gay and lesbian rights. This is not just about rights based on sex, ability, faith, race, age, gender, appearance, or class. I guess my answer to this question is that I care because this is about my rights and my ability to choose for myself. My freedom depends on the freedom of others, and it is the responsibility of each and every one of us to solidify and claim that freedom. Condensed and simply put, in the words of Nelson Mandela, to be free is not merely to cast off one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others.